Hey guys, Coach Rach here. This podcast is intended to inspire, educate, and support you on your health and fitness journey. I am not a medical doctor and cannot give any professional medical advice. If you are suffering from any kind of medical condition, whether it's mental or physical, please seek help from a qualified health practitioner. Welcome to the Diet Starts Never podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Nigro, aka Coach Rach. This podcast will teach you how to live your healthiest life in and out of the gym and put yourself first again. Oh, and we get long-lasting results here. I've made it my mission to help my clients ditch the diet mentality and heal their relationship with food and themselves. After transforming hundreds of bodies and minds, it's your turn. Are you ready? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Diet Starts Never. Today, we are talking about a topic that I think is probably one of the most relatable, especially when you're trying to reach a physique goal or maybe even just like better your lifestyle. So today we are talking about guilt. Ooh, guilt, that guilty feeling. It is present in so many of us, and it sucks. Honestly, it just sucks to say the least. Like, feeling guilty is definitely normal, but it's a painful feeling that you don't want to because you feel like you're not doing something good enough, right? So guilt can form in different ways in different people, or it can be from, missing a workout, overindulging, eating something you would consider quote unquote bad, having too much to drink, not getting your steps in, and even like not in health and fitness terms, like just not doing your chores, maybe not being the type of person you want to be, maybe not being the type of partner you want to be for your partner in that moment. And it sucks because we feel guilty from something in the past that we can't change. So whatever it is, your guilt is specific to you. And for some reason, you created this idea in your head that if you do A, B, and C, you're going to fuck up X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z being the goal you're trying to reach, the life you're trying to live, the person you want to be, whatever it is. So for example, if you go out and eat a slice of pizza, in your head, you might have just completely ruined all of the progress you have ever made. And that's how we begin to spiral and say, fuck it. Well, I'm not getting anywhere. So I might as well eat 3 more slices and then go out for chips, guac, and margaritas, which, like, absolutely, I want you to go and live your best life, but not if it's making you feel like shit. Like, what best life makes you feel like shit for, like, having a margarita with chips and guac, not a life that I want to live. So anyway, the reason you feel guilty is because you have fallen for an unsustainable lifestyle that diet culture has created for us as women, for us as a society anyway. You feel guilty because you think that you have to start over your diet again on a Monday after you ate pasta and ice cream all weekend, because that's what big companies that benefit from your struggles want you to think. We've been told that carbs are bad, low calorie is the answer, do more cardio. And I know that's not the answer. Like, I have taught you well. I know I have helped you understand that that is not going to get you where you want to be. But the little girl deep down inside in our subconscious mind wants to continue to think that because that's what she was taught. So, as long as you are holding on to that guilty mindset, you are never going to see the change you want. Your guilt is holding you back from your goals. And I'm here to tell you that it does not have to feel this way, because guilt is a feeling and it fucking sucks. So, on this short and sweet episode, my goal is to give you a few mindset shifts, maybe a new perspective towards guilt, in hopes to change the way you look at your lifestyle that will help you create a guilt-free lifestyle. Well, a less guilt lifestyle. I think that having guilt is good to a certain level, because guilt comes from you failing to holding yourself accountable. If you hold yourself to a certain level and then you don't follow through with it, yeah, that'll make you feel guilty. Good. You should feel guilty because you didn't show up the way you wanted to. How do you expect to feel better if you don't learn from your mistakes? It does matter what you do after that guilty feeling, how you choose to move forward, and if you choose to proceed with learning from your mistakes or making a change. How are you going to make a change so that this guilty feeling does not happen again? If not, you're just going to stay stuck on the same cycle over and over again. And that's why you're not reaching your goals. So I want to start off with how I struggle with guilt, and a big issue I personally have with, having social media, and then even a step further, like running my business through social media, putting myself on this pedestal, we'll call it, to show my lifestyle, is you don't always see the other side. A lot of health and fitness coaches or influencers, we'll call them on social media, don't put the bad. So, one of my goals is to share the bad with you, share the struggles. I want you to know that I fucking struggle, man. I, as much work as I've done to give myself the mindset that supports my life, the life I want to live, rather, I still have days where I feel like shit, where I look in the mirror and I'm like, fuck, I look fat. And like, I know most people would want to smack me in the face for saying that, but it's how I feel and I can't help it. And in that moment, maybe it's because of something I did prior to that moment, but in that moment, I just want to shut down and get back in bed. But I hold myself to a level that I don't let myself do that, because I know that just causes a spiral and more guilt later on. So it's a big circle. Not feeling good makes you feel guilty. Doing something that doesn't make you feel good makes you feel guilty. Needing a rest because you feel guilty makes you feel guilty. So anyway, like I said, I'm not the girl who feels guilty after eating a cookie or a slice of pizza, not anymore at least. My current struggle feeling guilty comes from not putting clean food in my body. Just want to tell you something that happened to me this past weekend. I ate at a family member's house and they ordered Chinese food, and I actually asked them to order me a steamed chicken and broccoli. It's like the absolute cleanest thing you can get from Chinese food, and that I actually love getting from Chinese. Like if I'm not meal prep, like I will order that because I know it's so clean. It's literally just boiled chicken and vegetables with no seasoning, no additives, nothing on it. So we're there and he offered me some chicken, or, it was just kind of make your own plate. And he was like, this chicken is amazing. You have to try it. It was some kind of sauteed, saucy, nutty chicken. And I was like, yeah, F it. I'm going to try it. It looks great. You say it's good. Let's indulge. And I did. And in that moment, I felt great eating it. Later on, I even had a couple, those cute little Baked by Melissa cupcakes. I had 4 of them and I felt great about it. And then let's fast forward to the next day. I woke up, I felt hungover. Like I literally had 2 sips of wine that night. So it wasn't that. I felt horrible from the food I ate. It literally made me feel dizzy, a little nauseous, weak, and it made me feel like shit the entire day. Like getting ready, I felt horrible. Going on a walk, I did not want to be there. I didn't want to move my body. I just wanted to get back in bed with sunglasses on and call it a day. And that's not how I want to live my life. And it it upsets me that I put that food in my body that I knew wouldn't have made me feel that way. But I guess in that moment, how are you supposed to know? But now it's a lesson learned. So again, it's not really the guilt I felt, but more of the regret for not supporting my body as it needed to be. And I know that food didn't hurt my fat loss goals. And that's something I'm really proud of myself for, being okay with indulging in treats when I want to. Like for the most part, I indulge. If I indulge, I know it's going to be used as fuel. Piece of cake, heck yeah, it's going right to my ass in a good way. It's going right to those booty gains. But it literally made me feel like shit. So that was a lesson learned, to stand my ground and not say yes to food I know that doesn't serve me. And a lot of us say, like, oh, well, the food was there, I had to eat it. You don't. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And I think that's something that, maybe not related to this topic, a lot of us need to come to terms with and recognize. And I think it's a part of fear is holding us back from recognizing that we are the only person that puts food in our body. You are 100,000% in control of your nutrition. So nobody's forcing you to eat it. You're eating it because you want to try it and you're afraid of making somebody else feel bad. Maybe you're afraid of failing. So you just kind of self sabotage and fail anyway. Who knows? So it's taken me years to come to terms with this. And that's just my perspective on it. Now, I want to do better every single day. I want to take my body, my life, my everything to the next level. If I want to do that, I'm going to have to make some changes for when something comes across that does not make me feel good. So next time I go out, I'm going to stick to what I know is right for me and not try the food I know I don't want to put in my body. I know how it tastes. I don't need that. I don't need that food to make me feel good. I find my good feeling elsewhere. Um, and that's just me personally. That's something that I've had to realize is that food is not my comfort. And who knows, maybe I may even eat before I go out. Regardless, I want to do better. So I always feel good. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Focus on putting good food in your body that makes you feel good. Realize that overindulging every now and again won't make you gain weight. That is not what is holding you back from reaching your goal. But it can be used as fuel for your next workout instead of guilt. So if it's maybe not this food doesn't make me feel physically bad, it makes me feel mentally bad feeling, change it. Rewire that mindset and say, okay, you know what? Fuck this. This slice of pizza is going to the gains. It is getting me moving and grooving on these sprints on this treadmill. It's getting me lifting heavy weights. Because you and I both know there have been so many circumstances where you just said, fuck it, and completely unraveled and continued to eat food that didn't make you feel good. And it turned into a weekend of food that didn't make you feel good. So instead, maybe we just stop ourselves along the way and recognize that one meal made us happy, made us we allowed ourselves to treat ourselves. But more than this, it's going to push a level that's going to hurt our health, which we don't want. We're here for our health, people. So if you did or ate something that made you feel physically or mentally bad one time, why do you keep doing it over and over again? Why do you keep going out and drinking so much that you're hungover the next day if you know it's ruining your time on this earth? Like, I'm going there. We have limited time on this earth. I'm not spending mine hungover. I did it. Reflecting back on it, yeah, I regret it, but it was a lesson learned. So maybe I don't. It got me where I am today. So actually, I don't regret it. I'm proud of myself for recognizing that that was not how I want to live my life anymore. You feel guilty because you are only focusing on an aesthetic weight loss goal. You're not focusing on a health goal. You feel guilty because you're saying you're going to do something and you're not doing it. You're not holding yourself accountable to it. So let's break it down and get to the root cause of your guilt. You are setting unrealistic goals for yourself. You're trying to lose as much weight as possible in as short a time period as possible, and you keep failing because you are not giving yourself room to make progress. That changes right now. I need you to think of your health and fitness goal. It most likely has something to do with fat loss, right? If not, no worries. Just get it in your head, picture it right now, whatever that goal is. Now picture what you look like when you reach that goal. Right now, I'm giving you a second. What do you look like when you reach that goal? Are you toned? What do your workouts look like? Are you going in the gym and fucking shit up, lifting heavy weight, not dragging it out? Are you having a positive outlook on training? What do you wear every day? And most importantly, how do you feel about yourself? Probably amazing, right? Like future you would never talk shit about yourself. Absolutely not. Now, take it a step further. When you go out to eat, once you've reached this goal, when you're her, your future you already, what do you order? How do you feel after that meal? Again, probably something healthy and you feel amazing, right? Now, if you are working towards that goal and trying to get there by restricting yourself, limiting foods you love, and then being mean to yourself when you go enjoy something you love, you are never going to reach that goal. Future you does not dwell on things she can't change in the past. Future you shows up in a way that she knows she's not going to regret. She knows that she's not going to feel guilty from because she's living the life she wants to live. You need to start showing up and treating yourself like the person you are when you reach that goal. That bitch does not waste time and energy focusing on negative things that she cannot change. She also doesn't put anything in her body that she isn't okay with. So, bringing this back to that guilty feeling you get, I'm not telling you don't eat that food or don't skip a workout. I'm telling you to keep doing it. Keep eating the foods. Keep changing the workouts. That's not your problem. The problem is the reason you feel guilty is because you know you're doing something that doesn't support the life you want to live or the person you want to be. You think that eating that food is going to stop you from reaching your goal, but no, it's actually going to help you reach that goal. As long as you can balance that food with your end goal. Is there really a time in your life, like when you picture yourself reaching that goal, having that body that you want? Does she not eat pasta? Like, does pasta not exist in that woman's life? Because I don't think so. I think you need to rewire that goal then. So having a goal is so much more than just how you look. It's how you feel. It's the life that comes with it. It's being able to go out to eat and order pasta and not eating the whole thing to the point where you have to unbutton your pants and not having 5 glasses of wine to get drunk, but it's going out and having some pasta and a glass of wine because you want to enjoy the moment and you want to feel good. So it's time to rewire your roots and map out exactly who that person is. For me, that person is in tune with her body. She fuels it, takes the time to get to know it, and puts it first always. I want to feel good. I want to kick ass in the gym every time I step foot in it. I want to have fun when I do cardio because I get to move my body. I get to sweat. I get to fucking climb those stairs like it's my job because it makes me feel good. I want to put healthy food in it because it gives me energy and most importantly, it improves my health. Everything I do is adding value to my life. And if I ever want to indulge, I will, but I will keep it close to my roots and hold myself to the level I want to be at. Now, I know there's a different level of guilt when it comes to going out or going to someone's house and denying the food that they want to feed you or like not drinking with your friends. And my advice to you is going to be simple. Explain to them why you are eating that way or why you don't want to eat that food or why you're not drinking. And if they have a problem with it, with you communicating with them, with that you struggled with something and you're trying to change your life for the better, well, you're welcome because you know who your true friends are now. Your people will support you and they will say, fuck yeah, I'm proud of you. So I hope this episode helped change your perspective on guilt a little bit. I want to know your thoughts and would love to have more of a discussion. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd love to chat. My details are linked in the episode notes. And I'm ending this episode with some homework for you. Starting right now, I want you to show up as the person you want to be when you reach your goal for the next week, every single day. Show up. If she meal preps, she meal preps. If she goes to happy hour, she goes to happy hour, has one drink, comes home, whatever it may be. I want you to just act like her and see what happens. Say no to the foods you think don't support you and say yes to sleeping in and skipping the gym if you feel like you need to rest. Try it out, but go all in on it and let me know what amazing changes happen for you. You are 100% in control of your life, and let's make one that you are proud to live. One that in 50 years you can look back on and say, yeah, I fucking did that. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I am proud of you, and I want to make sure you know that. And now let's get you proud of yourself. Have an amazing day. If you learned something from this episode, please share it with a friend, post it on your Instagram story, and tag me. And that's it. Bye, guys.